you have to see what it is you're looking for. And a lot of stuff it sounds like you're looking for is literally just someone being a human. You want someone who is polite. You want someone who's nice. You want someone who's going to talk to you with respect. You want someone who accepts that your no means no. You want someone who respects your boundaries when you put them and don't try to force them. If you say, hey, I'm not going out to meet you at 9 o'clock at night, they don't say, okay, what about 8:30? No. You have to get you have to have more respect for yourself, but not just respect. Your sense of self-preservation is very low right now. I'm hoping y'all didn't raw dog. Like that's for. I hope you're not raw dogging, but you you did. You knew this man for a month and you already raw dogged him. So we no, like I mean, I have lives across the board, but and you're not the first to come on here with like different issues. I've had people come on here with pretty fucked up issues, but with you being first of all, I applaud you for holding out that damn long. Still being a virgin at 17. But let me ask you this: when it came to the sex talk, did you have that talk with a parent, or was it explained to you? So the sex talk was not you didn't have it. Okay. So this mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, well, again, I get it. I thoroughly get it. Matthew Bauman, that's your question. I had to refresh everything. Um, what I will say is, as much as you think that this is, I'm not saying that is I'm not diminishing anything you've been through or you're going through. This is very common. So don't feel like you're alone in this. You have a lot of women who have this mindset. You actually have someone on one of my other lives that understands where you're coming from. What I will say is that this is what we were talking about earlier. When you don't have these discussions with people, it becomes taboo, and this is literally what I was talking about. It breeds a negative fucking life. First, you need to get to know you. You need to understand what you like. So whether that's getting toys, using your fingers, go whatever it is, you have to understand what you like. You need to appreciate yourself. I look at myself naked and I am the sexiest thing on this fucking planet. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. Like, I get turned on looking at myself. Does not mean I'm gay, but I like what I see. I have an appreciation for me. Me, when we get together and we doing a thing, yeah. But that's a healthy relationship with you, figuring out what you like. And I mean, everybody doesn't have that. A lot of people have that sense of this is taboo. Okay, you're not supposed to. You're a fucking human. Humans are the only animals with a clitoris because we are supposed to enjoy sex. You can look it up. We are the only animals out there that have something that is strictly for pleasure. No other animal has it. So why the hell would we have this thing for pleasure if we're not supposed to get pleasure? So that's the first thing. I don't want you to see sex as bad. Again, I don't know your upbringing, I don't know your religion or nothing like that, but I don't want you to see sex as bad, and I don't want you to see it as a bartering chip. I don't want you to see it as I like this person, so in order for him to like me, I have to give him this. That's not how that works. That is the last thing that is on the table, because especially raw, your sense of self-preservation is in the dirt. It is below the dirt, because you're looking from a very, and I'm assuming you're a people pleaser. This is a people pleasing thing that you did, because you looked at what he would want. I want him to have this because it's what he wants. And then for him to raw dog, I mean, we know a lot of men, once that little head kick in, brain stops working. You need to look at this from, I could get something that I can't get rid of. Do you want to have kids eventually?
I think I want to adopt. I used to want to have kids, but I don't really know, honestly.
I
I
would
think I want to.
I would say you do, because the fact is that you're even thinking about kids in period. You could get something that makes so you can't have kids. You could get something that compromises your entire way of life by going out there raw dogging somebody. That's not safe. You have some underhanded people out here, and then you have some very blatantly ignorant people who don't believe in going to a doctor. You got some guys right now that think it's normal that it burns when they pee. You got guys who think that. That's literally, I was in high school with when one of my guy friends, I think he was Mexican. He came to me. He was like, "Yo, I didn't know you could get gonorrhea in your mouth." Yes, you can get an STD in your mouth, and a lot of people didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, I want you to think more so, you, and I tell this to everyone, and I'm gonna very, very, very clearly direct it to you. You are the most precious thing you have to give to anybody. People have to work to get that part of you. You are no good to anybody if you are not good to yourself. You have to, and I get people pleasing. Yes, Matthew, you can get gonorrhea, you can get syphilis, you can get any STD down there, you can get it in your mouth. It attacks your mucous membranes. See what I mean? See what I mean? Now just think if he went down on you and he went down on somebody else who had chlamydia or something, and he got it all in his throat hole and he kissing on you and all down there. So you are no good to anyone if you are not good to yourself. You have to love you. You gotta see the way you would handle a baby, how you have to be really delicate with them. That's how you gotta handle you. And if you wouldn't hand a newborn baby off to a random ass stranger, you shouldn't be handling you like that. Yeah, I know it, and people can't stand it, but no, it's okay to want to have sex. Sex is normal. Sex is a fucking human thing, but do it safely. Don't just go around doing it willy nilly. I get he's a nice guy and he's a sweet guy. You know who else was nice and sweet? Jeffrey motherfucking Dahmer. Ike Turner.
Oh shit.
Your ass want to end up on the back of a milk carton?
No, stop. That was a
It
scary fucking
and his
joke.
thing, y'all just now getting this Jeffrey Dahmer shit on because his ass got killed off in prison. I did all the movies and read all. I done watched all that. Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, you know who you would have fell victim to? There's a guy. I want you to look it up because this was back in the 70s. He's called the dating game killer. He was and back in his time, he was considered handsome, real sweet. He had a nice physique. He had long hair. He was very personable. He was nice and charming, and he went on a dating game, and he won a couple of times. And one woman who was on there was like, when we met, I felt so uneasy with him, and I just couldn't. I couldn't go out with him. I refused. Come to find out, his ass done killed about 70 fucking people. Look for the dating game killer. If anything will slow your fucking roll, it is to look him up. Because he was very, very sweet. Everybody who just loved him. But some of them was like, that motherfucker wasn't right. This is why I want you to be so careful, because in this mind frame you are in, you are a perfect victim. And I don't want that for you.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Like, out of everyone in the movie, like, I mean, the show, Jeffrey Dahmer, have you watched the series?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but honestly, don't, because I
Okay.
didn't want to watch it. I didn't, and then I watched it.
Mm.
Like, ugh. I'm just the type of person, like, I don't know.
You would have fell victim to him. You would have fell victim to Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy's way of getting people, and he preferred women, he preferred young girls, was to come across as lame, to come across as hurt, to come across as disabled, because it threw the women off, saying, oh, well, hell, I could take him. He's hurt. He has a broke leg, and he really didn't. He was very nice. In fact, Ted Bundy worked for the police by taking in calls and stuff from people who were missing and shit. You have to be more careful. And again, I don't know what conversation you did or did not have growing up, but you're here now and I will give them to you. Sex is the last thing on the table. Now I get it, you getting your moves and everything, and everybody, you get hot under the collar. I get it. I've been dumb one point in time. I looked up and nothing negative happened from it, but it is always the possibility of catching something. It's always a possibility of getting pregnant, because sex leads to babies. That's how babies get made. The person you're having sex with in that moment may not be the person you want to be tied down with a baby with for years to come.
Yeah.
So I want you to, let's not even think,
Had it.
like, that's why I want you to take sex completely off the table. One, you gotta learn you, so you gotta do some research on you. You gotta feel, do you like this touch? Do you like that? Like, you got some homework. It's some fun homework, I give you that much. But it's some homework to do nonetheless, to learn you. That's first. Now, next, as far as somebody else, you should want the best, but be prepared for the worst. Okay? You should want someone to treat you with the bare necessities, the bare respect of just being a person. You should be prepared in case it doesn't happen. Now, I'm not saying expect the worst. It's basically stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. You should always be aware of your surroundings. You should always be, just because your cousin hooked you up, it doesn't mean that person couldn't be dangerous. It's just, hey, you weren't his type. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Again, I don't know anything about him or you. What I can say is, one, I really want you to see a therapist because you have some trauma that you need to work through. Not get over it. People say get over it all the time. That is a horrible fucking thing to tell anyone. If you get over it, that means you're going to repeat it. If you work through it, you tend to have to work backwards from where it's most recent to where it came from to what started it, and you'll start unpacking patterns. You're starting to see what led you up to being the way you are now. Again, you are precious. There is not another you out there. That body that you're in, that's the only body you get in this life. So you should definitely want to treasure it. You should definitely want to protect it. And you should definitely want the best for it. If your homegirl came up to you and told you, girl, I just met this boy. We've been talking for a month, but I fucked him and I love him. You would probably think she was batshit insane. Just hearing that, you would think it's been a month. And sometimes that's why I tell people, maybe talk it out, just speak out loud. Because a lot of things sound really good in this head. It got the nice echo. It sounds really good, but then say it out loud. Maybe record yourself saying it and then play it back later on when you ain't thought about it. But say it like if you were that person. Like, okay, I met this guy. We've only been talking about a month, and we've already had raw sex, and I love him. Because after that, it's like, then you got what? Did he nut in you? Are you pregnant? Do you have something? Like me, I think monetarily after that, because I'm thinking these are bills that's piling up. You got to go get tested. You got to go get tested to make sure you ain't got shit. You got to make sure that you ain't carrying nothing down there now. This is money that you got to now dish out.
Well, he paid for the pill at least, so, and I'm pretty sure I don't have, like, I think I just got lucky. I don't know. But,
Trichomoniasis is something that you can have and not have any symptoms. It is more, it shows less in men than it does in women. Any kind of abnormal discharge need to get seen about. Anything that looks different, like I know what mine look like. Me and mine have an intimate relationship. I know if it turn a color, something ain't right. You gotta know how she feel. You got to know yourself. You can't be embarrassed. Like, let's put it like this. When I started going to gynecologist, yeah, you young, you scared. Right now, I get up there. All right, doc, go ahead, open the hood. Let's see what's going on here. Because it shouldn't be nothing. My doctors look at me like, you a little too used to throwing your leg. No, I know. You got the license. You went to school for this. You done seen plenty of these, and mine ain't new. So let me tell you what's going on. I have no shame when it come to me. Ain't gonna be no, I'm sitting there timid. Now, doc, look, go deeper. Move, go under. Yeah, look at that part there. If I need to, doc, shit, I'll go so far as let me see, cause you ain't looking right. Let me move it. No, you got to know yourself. Now you just learning, and it's no time like the present to learn. Don't do that shit again. Don't do it again. Now you lucked up that time. You lucked up. Let's just say you lucked up and everything. This is just being young, dumb, and full of cum. We're just gonna say that. What I will say is we're not doing that again. I don't think you're ready for a baby, and that's how you get babies. I don't think you're ready to have your fucking cooch fall off into the floor. I don't think you want that. Okay?
yeah.
I don't think you want to be sitting here spiking fevers and all this kind of shit for no reason. So we're not doing that again. It's not even a matter of you getting on birth control. It is about being safe because birth control only prevents pregnancy. It don't prevent STDs. So we're not doing that again. If we do it, we're gonna do this safely. Now again, you got women out there, you know you just want sex, that's fine. Y'all go ahead and do your thing. You right, dental dam. Dental dam is something he could put down before he eats. That is a thing.
Wait, what? That's a thing?
Dental dam, yes. It is. Stupid people used to use saran wrap. Please don't use saran wrap. Please don't use saran wrap. Look up dental dam. Dental dam is something that you would use to you place it over the woman so you can eat safely and not exchange bodily fluids.
Hmm.
Yeah. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna do it right. If he want a finger, look at his nails. Check his fingernails. Never, first of all, he has to wash his hands before he touches down there. If he has dirt underneath his fingernails, do not let him do anything down there. He has to clean the dirt off of his fingernails because any minor scratch down there gets very, very easily infected. And dirty nails will do that. They shouldn't be sharp pointed. He should file his nail. It's a lot. Like that's what I'm saying. This shit, you can't just start going out there having sex. You got to know the repercussions of certain shit. It's not just hit it and quit it. There is all kind of things people don't think about. You don't let somebody fuck you in the ass and then go in your pussy. If he is wearing a condom and he fucks you in the ass, he has to change that condom out to fuck you in the pussy. You can get there are different fucking bacteria that are back there. Do you know that a woman can get a bacterial infection in her vagina by farting?
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me. Really? I did
Yes.
not know that.
The reason I know, because it happened to me. That's how I know.
Shit.
Yes, it is a real thing. And because like I said, I have no reason to have no shit going on down there. And I knew when mama wasn't right. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Okay, I've been drinking water. I've been doing this. I haven't been fucking. What's going on? Went to the doctor and the doctor said, this is literally, and this is one reason why women are supposed to wipe from front to back. What they don't tell you is that, and I know every woman done had this where you done farted and you can feel it roll up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rolling up brings, and it. I when she told it to me, I was like, "Did you just say I farted?" And yeah, it will when you fart, and if it happens to roll up, and it rolls up with enough, basically bacteria in the fart, it can give you an infection. Yeah, it
Damn.
was like another thing I have to worry about being a fucking female. But yeah, that's the thing.
Thank you.
Mhm. So it's a lot. It's a lot you have to know. Like certain sprays and stuff you can't put down. You're not supposed to put any type of spray. That thing down there is a self cleaning oven. She cleans herself very well. She don't need help. All you really supposed to do is wash and keep it going. All them extra perfumes and all that kind of stuff will mess up your balance. It will throw your hormones all out of whack. That's where yeast infections come from. That's where bacterial vaginosis comes from. That's why if they treat bacterial vaginosis, they give you a yeast infection pill behind it because bacterial vaginosis to treat it, they have to wipe out everything in there. They kill all bacteria. And bad bacteria grows a lot faster than good bacteria. a lot, baby. That's why I'm like, you still got you to learn.
Yeah, and I just can't believe it took me this long to like. I don't know. It's just like.
Everybody learns at their own pace and their own speed. You learn it when you're supposed to learn it. Just because I learned it younger doesn't mean I was fast. Cause shit, I didn't lose mine until I was well into my fucking teens. Well, actually, I didn't lose mine until I was what 20 something, 18, 20, something like that. So it's not like I was just out there hidden and quitting it. No, you learn it when you need to learn it. You needed to learn it. That's why you're here. This is not an accident. Nobody finds me by accident ever. You also have to get used to like one thing a lot of and I hear it a lot, but I can't say I've firsthand experienced it. Guys don't know a lot about females just like females don't know a lot about guys. But you have to if you're going to be with somebody, you should be comfortable taking a shit. Like let's just start there. If you the fact that I'm tell you that is devastating to a female to think, oh my god, I gotta go shit in his house. That is fucking traumatic as shit. If you not willing to shit in his house, y'all not ready to be doing anything else. If you can't sit here and tell him, hey babe, look here, if I'm with you, we're in a relationship, hey, look down there and tell me what you see. Like, you have to be comfortable. And if you can't be that comfortable with somebody, baby, if I'm not comfortable hiking my leg up, hey, can you get that part for me? Shave that part for me. If I can't do all that with you, mm-mm. No. I'm not saying you just fart all in their damn face and everything, but farts happen. Bubble guts happen. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna see him be holding my stomach over here sounding like a goddamn whale, waiting until I get home. Nah, baby, where your toilet at? So you gotta get care. You gotta get careful with you. You gotta get comfortable with you. And a lot of guys don't know. You got guys now, they're doing a lot better where they realize there's a lot that they don't know about women. And they're like, this is why women aren't comfortable. Because they don't know. And we are too, well, I can't say we, but a lot of females are too afraid to talk about this because it's been taboo for so long. Your body is natural. The things that happen with it are natural. So there's no need and no reason for us to not, especially if you have a solid partner. There's no reason that you should know me as well as I know myself. Give me your phone so I can put my period app on there so you know what's up. You should know. You should know when if it smells different. You should know. Even if I don't know at that time, you should know it. If I'm looking different, you should know. Like that is the level of intimacy, and people don't get what intimacy is nowadays. They think intimacy is just sex. No, this shit goes deeper. And a lot of times when we think about like you're just thinking of surface level. He wants this, therefore I give him this, and I want bare minimum. No, you should always expect to be respected. If it makes you uncomfortable, that means you shouldn't be doing it. If it makes you worry, you shouldn't be doing it. Like that's a good way to start. If you are with a guy and you're like sex, you weren't comfortable, your brain was screaming not to. Yet that was your brain being logical. And it was saying this is not something I want to do. And a lot of times people don't want to be the bad guy and but I want him to like me. Well, guess what? You gonna like me whether or not you ever see this. That's not even a thing that's on the table in the beginning. I'm just trying to figure out if I like you. Hell, I'm trying to figure out if I even want to continue a conversation with you. Let alone being in bed with you. No. That's not something we're doing. Right now, you're starting to crave sex because you have had sex the right way to a degree. You've had sex the right way. You were ready for it. You wanted it. You enjoyed it. That's what sex is supposed to be. It's supposed to be an enjoyable experience. It's supposed to be a safe, enjoyable experience. And now that you've had it, you crave it more. You're probably a person whose love language is physical touch because you haven't had it correctly. So anytime someone does it right, you really like it.
Yeah.
So you need to start learning yourself.
You know what's crazy too? Like, I don't even know if I should say this, but it just came to me like when we were talking. Like, I think some of the guys that had like this. Okay, this is TMI. I think some of the guys that had like forced me to have sex,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of wanted me to be impressed or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm just like realizing it now because one of the guys, like, let's just say he was like pretty well known, you know, and he kind of was like, I don't know if he just really liked me. I think because he was kind of trying to get back at someone else. I don't know. It was a weird situation, but it doesn't even matter because I didn't want it. But still, like he was on top of me. Like I couldn't. He was heavy. Whatever. You know. You know. At the end of the day, I didn't want it. But he did like activate some parts of myself because he went for a really long time and like 5 times in a row. And like even though like you know what I mean, like even though like in my mind I'm like, dude, like what the fuck, like I didn't ask for this, you know. And so it's like frustrating
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't ask. But then too like if I, you know what I mean, it's just confusing. It's just fucked up because I shouldn't have even had that experience
Mm-hmm.
without I loved, you know, without someone that I like, or not even love, but just like actually fucked with as a person. And I
Mm-hmm.
had the chance, like, okay, yeah, this is cool, you know? So,
So so with that,
I'm realizing that.
it was let like okay, you have a lot of guys out there who have been raised up and brought up thinking that a woman has absolutely no say in her fucking body.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get in certain situations, it is, and from what I've heard of a lot of women, they're like, it's best to let them finish because you don't want to make them mad and possibly get hurt in a different way. So a lot of women do it because it's either have sex or they beat the shit out of them. And that's where your survival instinct has to kick in.
Well, honestly, like in that situation, I froze up, and like I could see how people would be like, "Well, why didn't like?" I've had my aunt be like, "Well, why didn't you fight back?" I fought back, and I'm like, I don't know. I think just because that was my
Yeah.
first response.
Everyone thinks there's only two responses, fight or flight. No, there's freeze, fight, or flight. Some
Yeah.
people are like deer in headlights where they freeze. They don't know what to do. Like that's just it's a thing that happens. It does not make you weak. It doesn't it because people freeze. It doesn't mean you're supposed to victim blame and victim shame. No, that was your body's response because it had never been in that situation before. Now, as far as you didn't want it, you didn't like it is very possible that you also have a consent non consent kink, i.e., a rape fetish. Some people do have that where they want to be taken advantage of, but it's like controlled chaos. where you want to be quote unquote forced. Hmm?
Yeah, like I saying like I don't think like and I know I see what you're saying. Like I don't think I have that
Okay.
and because like I guess what I am more so meant because like I mean I am into like I would like to explore like
Hmm.
S&M, BDSM, but as far as that goes, like they like the guy would be very respectful. Like, do you want to do this? You know what I mean? Like,
So the way that works, if you actually have a good partner, all of this has to be. People think that BDSM shit just like randomly happens. No, when you really look, I told you I like learning shit, so I look into everything. When it comes to like a dumb submissive type thing, saying what's going on. We have a dumb submissive type thing. Everyone thinks the dom is in control, and it's not. It's the sub that's in control because they dictate what does and does not happen. They have to give their consent on what's going on. Any respectable person in that community is not ever going to force. It's like they are so contractually minded. If this isn't clearly expressed, we're not doing it. Like, and you're not changing the role and you're not changing up shit in the middle. Like, no, we didn't discuss that. You want to be burned with a hot iron. We didn't discuss that. We're going to have to do that shit next time. We're going to have to talk about that next time because it could have been a spur of the moment type thing. Like, but that's how they are, and it's all respect. They don't like they have such high respect for each other. They're not gonna force. Trust is something that is so fucking expensive. To give that to somebody, it's expensive as fuck. It's not something to be taken lightly. Again, that's what I'm saying. You are precious as fuck. You don't just give yourself freely like that. You don't give somebody. You wouldn't give a 3-year-old a fucking Uzi. You would give an Uzi to someone who has respect for guns and quality of life and just humans in general. So for you, I don't want you ever to think that the best way to make somebody like you is to give them you. Guess what? There are plenty of bodies out there that they can fuck. There's only one you. There's only one person that is you. That's it. That's it. There is no one else like you. There is no one else who will ever be like you. You are you now. Any guy that's trying to talk to you, like I said, I still really want you to see a therapist and everything because there's some other stuff that led up to this idea or this current, well, I'm saying current way of thinking because it's not gonna stay. The fact that you even came to me and started asking these questions, you've already started breaking the pattern. I want you to see somebody about it. I want you to really start talking to them. And again, when you find a good therapist that you're, and I would prefer you to actually find a female. Um, yeah, I want you to find a female. Hopefully, preferably one that is your race, because they would have better insight. I'm not saying like if you're black you can't have a white therapist. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's something about having someone who looks like you to talk to. I want you to see them, and I want you in that moment. That is not the time to be shy. That is not the time to be timid. That is not the time to sit here and try to hold things back. This is the time to lay everything out on the table with your therapist. Now, once you start doing that and you get respectable, like they're gonna give you feedback. When you go about in life, you're gonna see you're not gonna tolerate a lot of shit. Like this is why I tell people it's gonna feel like PTSD. Once you've been through something traumatic and you're fixing it, the slightest hint of it will send you running. As soon as you think somebody's being too touchy feeling and everything, if you hauled off and slapped them, it would not shock the fuck out of me. Someone could be talking like you could be in the store shopping and some guy's trying to talk to you and you're like, right now I'm trying to focus on me. Hi sir, yeah, thank you. I'm not really trying to talk. And he grabs you. It would not surprise me if you hit him with everything in the damn aisle. It would not shock me. Now, would it be an over the top reaction? I don't know, because I would be right there with you throwing shit at them. So, I mean, I'm not the sanest person in the box. But it is something that I want you to work towards. Right now, you're in a state of discovery and healing. And that's kind of a difficult thing for a lot of people because when you start healing, you start learning new shit about yourself. So when you start going through those old relationships and realizing, why did I like this person? Oh, I like this. Why did I like it in them? And you start being able to piece together what happened and why'd you go this way and why do you do things that way and what made you feel good? Why did it make you feel good? And what you're really looking for. You're looking for respect. You're looking for love. But your foundation is non-existent. And you said your mom she was a single mom, so as far as a relationship, you don't have a clear idea of a respectable relationship because your mom was single.
Well, not even that. Like, she was single, but then, like, my dad was also, you know, like, at times, like, abusive. Like, that's why she left him. So, just a lot of shit. Like, I know I have to go to therapy, and, like, I've never dealt with it. And I think the way I dealt with it was to just be like, you know what? I don't want to repeat this, so I'm going to wait until marriage. And then when shit started happening, and then my body started being. Because I've always been a very sexual person since I was a
Mm-hmm.
little girl. Like I've always been very close with my body, but that didn't mean I wanted to give it to anyone. And
Right.
especially mom always sat me down and was like, you know, like what your dad did to me, like he did it to me because he wasn't in the right state of mind, whatever. But like it wasn't okay. Like that's why I left him. So she made
Right.
it very, you know.
And that's good that she actually broke it down to you that this is not acceptable. It's not, that's not love. So you have a clear idea of what is not love, which is the abuse, but you need to also understand that lack of respect is abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who does not respect you is abuse. If you say no and they keep going, that's abuse. Anyone who loves you, who even cares about you, is not going to keep hounding you for something. Like you said earlier, there was things that you didn't want to talk about. I don't even know you, and I'm not going to force you to talk about it. That's just human. That's just being a good fucking person. I don't need to know you to respect you. I need to know you to lose respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want you out here doing that. That's not something we're gonna do. Sex, we ain't even gonna worry about that. We gonna focus on you. If you wanna get off, then you use whatever you do to get off. If you decide you wanna have sex with somebody, do it safely. Make sure you have known them enough. Cause guess what? It ain't nothing to deter a motherfucker then be like, oh, we're going to let me get a shot of your license plate real quick and your driver's license. Oh, you laughing? I have done this shit. Just going out. It was a guy I was talking to. Oh, hold on real quick. Let me pin my location to my cousin real quick. Let me get a shot of your license plate. This is what you're driving. This is what I'm wearing. Okay, now we can go.
Yeah.
When it comes to your safety, there is no reason to be shy.
Mm-hmm.
No one should be going to your house that you know or that you don't know. A lot of this shit shouldn't be happening. When it comes to protecting you, that is when you are the loudest and you don't give a fuck about nobody else's feelings. I'm going home. Your ass might go in a box, but I'm making it back. So these dates and stuff, making it home is the end game. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the date and everything, but as soon as shit smelling suspect, like, sir, it's 90 degrees out here. Why are you in a trench coat? I don't think we can go nowhere. Sir, it is 9 o'clock at night. There's no sun or moon out. Why do you have on shades? Nah, we can't go nowhere. It go with my outfit. Okay, well take it off. Nah. Sir, it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, freezing level outside. Why are you in flip flops and Bermuda shorts? Nah, we can't go nowhere. Something ain't right. I'm just saying, it's some shit that you got to be careful of. And motherfuckers that don't feel temperature are known to be psychopaths if I'm right. If you with somebody and they constantly now who you looking for? Matter of fact, who looking for you? Why are you so antsy? No, we can't be in here. We can't be in here together. I don't know who got sights set on you, and I'm not about to take a bullet. You never really know. I'm telling you, people don't think about this shit because let's say you and that guy, y'all was together, did your thing. Let's say he got a crazy girlfriend. She go looking for you. Now, I've had plenty of damn readings, personal readings with different people, and I've had a person tell me how they man was fucking around and a bitch came to her fucking door.
Okay, no, she would get
But the fact is that he. This is what I'm saying. Your safety has to be up there. You should have a foundation of respect already there. They should not. Let's play this. I think the biggest compliment for anybody is somebody too scared to fuck you over.
Yeah.
When you know this motherfucker can be about that life, yeah, the biggest fucking compliment. Because obviously, if you would fuck over somebody who would put you underneath the dirt and put you somewhere where they can't even find Jimmy Hoffa, you either don't give a fuck about your life or you're absolutely crazy. So for you, you definitely need to make sure that you are worrying about self. I'm not saying don't go out there and date and have fun or whatever. But in this time where you're starting to realize this is not healthy, you're looking for healthy ways to do it. You know you're not going to hurt yourself. That's why I would advocate for you if you're going to learn about your sexual needs and stuff, learn it with yourself first. Figure out what it is you like. Research it. Look it up. Do that type of stuff, but with yourself first. And of course, you can always talk to your therapist about it. When it comes to navigating the dating field, navigating life and all that kind of stuff, again, this is where a therapist would come in. Maybe a life coach, maybe whatever it is, but you need to work on stabilizing you. Right now, you have no foundation, no solid foundation. You have some, but as far as relationship wise and just your interactions with people, that's worrisome. And you are in a very vulnerable state right now. Where if somebody gave you a stick of gum, that you could probably fall in love with them. I need you to break out of this.
Shit.
Yeah, this is not okay. This is not okay. If someone treats you with basic respect and you're falling for it, that's not okay. Understand. Do you know how Venus flytraps work? Okay. Venus flytraps have very, very sweet, sticky nectar that attracts flies. They always say you attract more flies with honey. I'm sorry, I've never seen a dead body that don't have flies on it, so they can kill that shit. But a Venus flytrap has a lot of really, it's appealing to bugs. So a bug is gonna go straight for it, and then the Venus flytrap closes on it. Right now, they're just giving you sweet shit. You're just lucky you haven't fallen for a Venus flytrap. That's like an anglerfish. Guess what? Deep down in that darkness, anything bright and shiny, it's appealing. That's why Nemo Daddy almost got ate up.
I'm like, damn.
Uh-huh. You're like, oh, what's this? And then next thing you know, it's dark in here and your ass getting digested.
Fuck, dude. That's so crazy. I hate that.
And even if you got any friends that are actually letting you do this shit, I would cut their ass off. Honestly, and like for damn sure. I would cut them off because a real friend is not gonna let you do this shit. Let somebody that I care about tell me they doing this shit. The fact that I wouldn't stop fucking cussing them out. Oh, let me say, first time here, I hope you can help. There's a woman claiming that my son is the father of her baby. I don't believe the baby is my son's. Is your son the father of the baby? Nope. She lying. She lying. Your son probably has the better job or the better home life. But no, we gonna get you out of this Dory shit. Even Dory eventually remember that damn address. So we gonna get you up out of that. Pain, pain is a damn good teacher because you don't. What was your question, Matthew? Pain will teach you shit like nothing else. Because trust me, you remember pain. That is one thing you are remembering. You remember what didn't feel good and what don't feel good. So that's something that we can work with. If you didn't remember, then good God. But no, you have something you can work with. You have a sense of the fact that you are aware of you didn't like it. The fact that you didn't want. Is Jessica gonna? Yes, eventually. Leave that. Let her come to you. You want to call? You would have to be on Big O to do that, Matthew. But the fact that you're self-aware, you realize that there's something wrong. You realize that there's something that this was not right. That I didn't like this. That this was something you just didn't want. Big O as an app, Matthew. So the fact that you have that, it's a good starting point because that also means you know you didn't deserve it. Now, this is gonna go into the realm of how you heal. You're gonna have to, and I would say it would be better to not entertain dating right now because you are doing this healing thing. Now that you know you can enjoy sex, it's best to start working on that with yourself rather than trying to find partners because you attach sex with love too. So now it's just focus on you. Don't worry about that guy. I mean, if he goes back talking to you or not, either way, it doesn't matter. But he could be a good person and not have to be with you. So I don't want you getting caught up in, oh, well, I want him, I love him and everything. You love what happened. You can't love him because you don't know him. What's his last name?
Okay, well, I know that because I had him on Facebook.
How old is he?
So he's 29.
What's his
Last
birthday?
his first name is
No, what's his birthday?
oh his his birthday. He told me because I looked up his birth chart.
What's his mama's name?
I don't know.
What's his daddy's name? Where did he go to school?
I don't know.
Did he graduate college?
I don't know.
It's a lot of shit you don't know there.
Yeah.
Do you do fertility reading? Was informed will have a baby soon. Would like to know year and month. Baby, I ain't doing all that. But I was. Will you have a baby within the next year? It won't be within the next year, so it won't be within the next 365 days. I'm not looking past that. Mm-mm. No, baby, I'm not looking past that. No problem, sugar. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff you need to know. And That yeah. There's no again, if you are going to have sex with somebody, there is nothing at that point we need to be shy about. If you're gonna go up in me and basically see what only my doctor sees, oh, I need to know some shit. I should know when the last time you had a cavity.
Mhm.
I should know a lot before laying down with them or standing up. I mean, depends on what you do. So don't do that. I need you to love yourself a lot more. You are so worth the love. You are so worth the respect. There's no sense in not having it.
Mhm.
And if somebody's not willing to give it to you, that is not indicative of your self worth. That is them being an asshole. Everyone deserves respect. Every single person deserves respect.
Mhm.
So if someone's not willing to give it to you, that's not saying you're not worth it. That's saying they're not worth your time. Don't ever let somebody sit here and make you doubt yourself or doubt your worth. That's not it. There are plenty of men out there willing to fucking commit homicides over females. The biggest fucking wars were started over women. Look at the damn Trojan War. Over a fucking woman.
Mhm.
We have the ability to start massive wars. So one dude who won't sit here and talk to us with respect, do you know they would have killed you over me? Whatever, bye. Just go over there. Obviously, you were trying to shop in like Saks Fifth Bag or something or Bloomingdale's with a Dollar Tree budget. You're not worth it here. You can't fit here.
Hear me.
Exactly. You're trying to order what? A McDouble. Sir, would you like the bison burger or would you like the caviar? Like we don't have that here.
Or the portobello mushroom.
Exactly. Like what are we talking about here? It's what? This no, this champagne was burned in the bottle. It was frozen. No. You want some apple juice. Okay. I guess we can slum it today.
Yes. You have been a blessing.
No problem, sugar. And by all means, come back and see me. But
Thank you.
no problem. Don't do that shit no more.
Hey, I think I love you too. Just kidding.
It would not shock me. Everyone loves me. Don't do that shit no more.
I'm just kidding.
What did you say? What did you say? See, look at here. It's like, ma'am, and
Thank you.
buy me dinner first at least. Oh my god.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, sugar. And take the dog out because I know it need to go out by now.
Oh, you heard my dog?
Baby, I didn't recognize them flapping ears anywhere. Especially with these two, I am very attuned to that.
Yeah. All right, we're going out.
All right, be safe. Make sure you don't go in the darkness. Make sure you are easily seen.
Yes. All good.
All
I'm
right.
in a good now, living with family. So,
Good.
yeah. Yeah. Yep. A lot of positive changes. So,
Good.
surprise God sent you, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Uh
know.
huh.
I don't know how to explain it, but,
No
I'm
one
just,
finds me by accident. Ever.
mhm. Yes. Okay, well, I'll have a good night.
You too, sugar.
God bless you.
You
Bye.
too. Bye. MJ, what is my husband hiding? Is he hiding something? He's not hiding nothing. I feel he hiding something. Just can't tell. Is he another woman? No. Is it another man? No, he's not hiding nothing. Mm-mm. I mean, if he's doing anything, then it could be one or two ways that that question is going. Is that if he's doing it, he's just not hiding it. It's blatant. It's out in the open. But it doesn't look like he's hiding nothing. Y'all done had me on here for 4 hours. Let me get off of here. Lord. Let me go ahead and get off of here and well shit, I guess I'll cook the chicken tomorrow because I'm not gonna do it right now. He's not hiding nothing. If he let's put it, if you feel like he's doing something, he's not hiding it. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing he is hiding. If he is doing dirt, it is literally right there in your face. If there's nothing that's in your face, he's not doing nothing. Talk to him. It could be just a misunderstanding. It could be that he doesn't understand what's make you feel a certain way. Just have conversations. But let me get out of here. I was not planning on being on here this long. So, and hopefully we'll be on here tomorrow. Hopefully, well, first I gotta see this, get this internet scene about. But we thank you for joining us in the Shadow Gallery. The lights are out, the doors are closed, the Hellpaws will graciously and gratefully escort you on at the door and off the premises. Please do not trip on your way out. They do not care. They will catch you out like a bag of bones or runes. If you'd like to book a private session, purchase a live pour, or donate to me, the Hellpaws of the show in general, you may do so at my website, www.madamshado.wixsite.com/website, or via PayPal or Cash App directly to Madam Shado. There is no W in Shad'O ever. If you put a W in Shad'O, I'm not supposed to where you or your money goes, or where you or your money ends up. As per usual, love me, like me, share me, subscribe to me, and turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. Join me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Big O, and TikTok. If you're on Big O, by all means, wear my tag loudly and proudly, sugar. Any of the beings that are here that are not welcome here, not assigned to be here, not supposed to be here, that I extend an invitation to, your invitation has been rescinded and your permission has been revoked. So, any angelic beings that are here, not welcome here, not assigned to be here, not supposed to be here, you do not have to go home. You do have to get the hell out of here and off the premises. We thank you all. We will see y'all hopefully tomorrow night if this internet gets fixed. We're gonna find out because they taking that off my bill. Like I ain't been able to really go live this past couple of days, so now I'm getting a discount. Stay tuned, of course, in the next 15 to 30 minutes. I will be putting today's end of day lesson up on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So stay tuned for the end of the day lesson. Yeah, this is a fun night. This is a good night. This is a good night. I feel back to my old self. But we all thank you. And Matthew, be good. Damn it. Oh, they sleeping. Let me go ahead. What else? Yeah, stay tuned for the end of the day lesson. We'll try to be on here tomorrow night. And if you have TikTok, follow my TikTok because I need to get followers up because I can't go live on there until I have 1,000 people and I have like 30 people following me. So please show love to my TikTok. And yeah, as usual and always, take care now. Bye bye then.